Wednesday edition. Humpin' it with Mello, D83, and the Maestro.
Hello and welcome everyone. The week is almost over. You're halfway there. It's Wednesday, hump day, and you're now humping it with Mello, D83, and the Maestro. Please get your mind out of the gutter.
Welcome everybody. Thank y'all for tuning in. It is the Humpin' It podcast. And a happy Valentine's Day to each and every one of you. Thank y'all for tuning in. Appreciate the love, support. And yeah. Y'all know what to do. Let somebody know that we're here every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and have them watch us. Thank you. Subscribe. Now, I've said my piece. What's going on, y'all? How y'all be? I don't know, man. I'm just... y'all know how I do. I need help.
I think we all could use a little help. At least.
Yeah, I agree. Everybody needs somebody sometimes. Everybody needs some cash. Oh, sorry. Should have left that last part out.
Boy, sounds really good there.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. It wasn't really me. It was somebody sitting behind me.
Oh, yeah. I see them.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I see them. See them again. Don't do that.
What? What the world? I had me looking behind. Look, I had to check it out first. What's good, y'all? What's going on? How's everything going?
Not too bad.
All right. You know, D83. Uh-oh, you all right?
Yeah, doing well. I was trying to find the volume button.
Oh, got you.
Guess what? Found it.
My man. See? That's what hard work does.
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about. Yes, indeed. Well, I tell you what, guys. Let's jump right into this thing.
Here comes the starting 5'5" water boy. D83 with the 3 and out segment.
D83. What you got for us, brother?
Well, I don't know if y'all know this or not, but the Super Bowl was Sunday.
Oh. Didn't know that.
Yeah. Didn't either. I was having to cut on TV and was like, oh, hey, look what's on. So, a couple things. I mean, if I feel like if the 49ers didn't have, a couple injuries, they might have been able to sustain the lead and win the game. But, Mahomes magic.
Listen.
Yeah.
If anybody doubted him, I don't think they can anymore. I'm just saying. 3 Super Bowls in 5 years. He's a monster. He's an absolute monster.
Sure.
This guy is truly magical.
In that fourth quarter, when they had to do that game-winning drive, I saw him on the sidelines. He had his game face on. I was like,
that's it. And that's what he does best. That's what he does best. Second half is his. Forget it. Don't even worry about it. Second half is his, man.
Some of those guys got it, man. There's just,
Yeah.
The light brighter, game online.
Why couldn't I be that sweet when I was his age? I'm not too far from his age now. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no, you're pretty far.
Dang. I should have expected that. Gosh. Man. That hurt a little bit. It's okay, man. It's okay. I give you enough.
That was rude.
It was a little bit, but that's okay.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I accept your apology, sir. You will see it again, though.
I'm going to put myself in timeout.
Oh, man. What does that look like?
Like this, timeout. It's over with now.
Well, dang.
Anyways, Kyle Shanahan, the head coach of the 49ers, he is definitely used to blowing a lead anyways. He used to be the offensive coordinator for the Atlanta Falcons. You know, that famous Super Bowl where they allowed the New England Patriots to come back and win the game after being up 20-something points. It's amazing.
That hurts. That hurts. Because that was what? In the third, fourth quarter? That they were leading? You up 20-some points to a single-digit number. And you allow the team to come back and win.
Yeah.
Now, granted, that was probably back. That was Brady, right? That was back in the Brady heyday. So you know what I'm saying.
17. That was the year 2017.
I ain't gonna say that's embarrassing because I can't. I don't play in the NFL, so who am I? But I'm just saying that's a little embarrassing.
It was definitely a good game. Wasn't my favorite Super Bowl though. I'd have to say that my favorite Super Bowl would have been the Seattle Seahawks, New England Patriots.
Oh, okay.
I came down to the 2-yard line and
I was gonna say that was
interception.
I thought you were gonna say the one that Tennessee was in.
They were in one. I mean, they've been bad for so long. It's hard to remember that they were actually in a meaningful game.
Oh,
They made it that far?
I asked for that, I realized it after I said it, but I asked for that.
Was this on one of those video games you play on, or is this like real life? Like real life? Real life?
Ooh, the level of disrespect.
Oh wait, they were playing Washington.
Look, they watch Little League team got a better chance at Washington.
oh.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Good thing I'm not talking about football anymore because now I moved on to NBA. I was talking about NBA now.
Oh, okay. I was living in the past.
Yeah. So speaking of NBA, so you ever get a chance, look up on YouTube. Saturday night, the Warriors were playing against the Phoenix Suns. Mm-hmm. Steph Curry hit the game-winning 3 to end the game 113 to 112.
I saw that.
It was nasty.
I saw that. I saw a quick highlight of that, and I was just like, man, hey, that made Steph Curry. Steph Curry's like a Patrick Mahomes. That's how I look at it. I mean, not because he's both light skinned. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? They skill level. You know what I'm saying? Their skills in their respective sports, man. It's magical.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, Steph Curry's got to be the greatest shooter of all time.
Yeah. That man. That joint was nasty, boy.
And of course, Kevin Durant used to play for the Warriors, and Draymond Green guarding Kevin Durant at the end because they had one chance left.
Won't happening.
Won't happening.
Dang. That made Steph Curry, man. I got to jump or something like him. All right, let me stop. You know what? Because everybody know I can't even jump. So why am I even talking? See, I got it before y'all could. I won't go let y'all get me again.
I wasn't going to say anything remotely inappropriately.
Inappropriate.
That word.
Man, the struggle was real.
I said two big words from my IQ level at one time together, and just like didn't formulate together properly. You know,
it's okay, man. It's all right.
It's not.
It's not.
I'm the guy in school that used to mess up the tic-tac-toe board. You know, I couldn't draw it out.
It's 4 lines. You could. Hey, listen, everybody ain't got it, bro.
I just couldn't do it.
It's all right, man. It's okay.
So, anyways, music.
Yeah. Music.
Yeah, something. Yeah, music. I didn't really care too much for this album. 2003. The name of the band is the White Stripes. The album was Elephant.
Never heard of him.
There's a particular song, and it's probably because it was on my playlist the other day and it popped up. Mm-hmm. Still, just the bass line. It comes on. Doo, 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 doo.
Oh yeah. I know that joint.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, the kick drums come. Doo, doo, doo.
Yeah.
Still to this day, I'm like, man, that's my song right there.
Yeah.
So it's named the White Stripes because Jack White was the creator of the band. Meg, the drummer, is a female drummer, which I love when women, are in bands because I just think it's so like freaking awesome.
Yeah.
She was an awesome drummer. Meg, they were married. They ended up getting married. So it's Meg White and Jack White wear the White Stripes. The band performed all the way up to 2007 until they canceled all their shows. They were touring, and then they canceled all their shows because Meg was dealing with some severe anxiety.
Oh wow.
Didn't like being on stage anymore. Just couldn't deal with it. Didn't like it.
I can dig it.
They canceled all shows, and then they appeared one more time, February 2009, to perform on the last episode of The Late Night with Conan O'Brien.
My dude. Conan O'Brien's that guy. He was funny.
Wow.
Yeah, still to this day. And the song is really simple. It's just the bass
Yeah.
and the drum.
But it's very, you know it when it comes on. It's distinctive.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I like that joint too. Good pick, man.
And you ever see Jack White? It's a weird dude.
Never seen him.
Oh, I'm weird, but like that dude's like,
You mean like Ozzy Osbourne weird?
yeah, like real close. Yeah.
Because, listen, Ozzy Osbourne, I ain't even got words for that guy. that guy's strange. He is really weird.
It's weird with biting off bats' heads on stage. That's weird.
Mello, it's okay. Don't get offended.
Look, I got bit by one. I didn't bite one.
I know you and bats get down, you know. I'm sorry. I know you felt some type of way when you heard that. It's all right.
I'm not paying you any mind.
You were getting ready to join Peter.
What?
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't really say that.
You did.
I did. Well, save me from myself, Mello. Please help me. Let's get it.
Now it's time for a classically awesome journey to Squareville with Mello.
What you got for us, Mello? Take us on a trip in our favorite rocket ship.
Well, I wanted to share a little experience. So today's Valentine's Day. My husband and I didn't celebrate this week because we have a lot going on, which I'll get into more a little bit later. But we celebrated last week, last Thursday. I had made reservations at this restaurant called Heritage. It's in downtown Richmond off of Main Street. Had really good reviews, chef run, owned.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, y'all put down some
was
loot.
like- No, it wasn't that bad, honestly.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say chef and all that. Let me borrow 25 cents.
So, again, it's called Heritage, and it's owned by a chef named Joe Sparata and his wife, Amelia. They're originally out of New Jersey, where he grew up from a chef family. So this is basically in his blood. He's won many accolades for his restaurant here. He also is a consultant for some other restaurants in the area, which was really cool. So this restaurant is a dinner-only restaurant, so it doesn't open until 5 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
It's a very small menu, but I will say, like, each dish is made with love. So that's why, like, all the energy needs to be put into these dishes because, hey,
When you
when you're gonna sell.
describe what is made with love. What you mean?
Okay, so I'll tell you what myself and my husband we ordered. I ordered.
Why did you say it like that? I wasn't ready for that.
I had a roasted beet salad. Okay, now everybody might not like beets, but I do like beets.
Come on, man. What?
Listen, beets are so good for you. You don't know what
Man,
you're
if you don't
missing.
get out of here, man.
You mean Beats by Dre?
No.
Oh, they
beets
sell them
that you
Jays there.
grow in the garden.
They sing this?
Oh no, you keep them.
The vegetable.
No, you keep them.
And okay, so don't think about the beets in the can. Think about real oven roasted beets. There's a different taste, different profile. You'll need to try those.
They're beets. It's the same.
Anyway, I had a roasted beet salad. So it was with spinach and watercress, Asian pear, candied pecan, Beamster aged goat cheese with a chickpea miso ginger vinaigrette. It was delicious.
No.
Wow.
You're lying. I threw up inside. I'm sorry. There is a prisoner somewhere right now that if they would have heard that, they'd be like, yeah, I'm taking this food. I'm sorry. I'm totally sorry.
It was so good. Like, it really was appetizing.
So you ain't there was no protein on there besides the candied pecans or whatever.
That's not all I had. That was kind of like my appetite.
Okay. All right, my bad. All right, I'm gonna let you go then. Go ahead. What else you had?
So my entree was the schnitzel. Are you familiar with schnitzel? It's a German dish. So it's usually flattened fried pork. That's
Okay.
it has like a bread crust or crumb
It's breaded.
topping. Yeah, basically.
Okay.
I had it when I was in Germany, my first time, but it's really good. It's just like it's almost like a comfort food if you think about it.
So is it just like you just got like a slab of breaded pork?
That was the main part. So it was on top of potatoes, golden yellow. What is it? Golden Yukon potatoes.
Okay. I'm with you now.
So it had cabbage underneath. So it was kind of layered up. So it was like the cabbage on the bottom, the potatoes, and then the schnitzel on top. And on top of the schnitzel, they had some sort of, I can't remember, like sauerkraut, but it had a fancy name. And then with it,
sauerkraut. That's what that was.
That's what it was? Okay.
I don't know.
I'll write that down. But it had this mustard sauce that was like all over the potatoes and like all of it together. It was just a symphony in my mouth. It was so delicious.
Not a symphony. Oh,
yes, it was.
Oh, my.
So Mr. Chase, he had the New York strip steak. Came with potatoes au gratin and this vegetable medley with like mushrooms, kale, all kinds of good little bits. It was really good. And like the sauce that it had to go over top, I can't remember. But it was just like all together, it just worked. So it's like steak, it's like breaded pork, but
yeah.
when you have a chef do it, and puts his flair on it, it's a whole different taste.
Well, that's what they trained to do. That's what they trained to do. Turn the ordinary into extraordinary.
Yes, he did it well.
That's what's
Mr.
up.
Chase also ordered a dessert, which I took 3 little spoonfuls of. It was so delicious.
I know he did. I know he did.
It was like this ice cream cookie. So it was like a shortbread cookie with like ice cream, and then it had cookie dough like crumbles or topping with like a chocolate sauce, and it was too much. It was so delicious.
No, that sounds right. I need me a scoop of that.
But they only had like really like 5 or 6 entrees. Same with appetizers. They had something called, snacks, which would be like before the appetizers. And then they had just a few desserts. But again, it's a small menu, but there is definitely love and
Well, I mean, that's, yeah.
definitely everything put into these selections.
Yeah.
So
I
it
mean,
was a wonderful experience.
that's awesome, man. That's
I
awesome.
would highly recommend. I will post the link in Discord if you'd like to check it out. And this weekend, the International Auto Show at the Convention Center, which the Victory 7 Mustang Club, which my husband and I are part of, will be having our cars, our Mustangs, as display.
Wasn't this, I just had deja vu. Didn't we talk about, the last time we talked about this was when,
Me and my Mustang.
no, that was the school bus. Oh yeah, that was the whole thing. Yeah. Classically awesome.
I think that's pretty cool.
Of course you would. Of course you would.
But if you have time, come and check it out. Again, it's at the Richmond Convention Center. It's the 2024 models of Acura, Audi, BMW, Chevy, Ford. All the big names that are usually in there, and they have all of their 2024 models sitting on the floor. I'm hoping that Ford
Brings that dark horse.
Oh my gosh, yes. That's what I'm hoping for.
I want that. That and a Telluride. Those are the two I want.
Yeah, Kia's going to be there.
I love those Tellurides. Have you ever seen one D83? Man, they are amazing. They're SUVs. Them joints, bad. Not only that, but they hold their value like nothing else too. So they're really sought after.
Kia has come a long way from I remember when it first really came out.
Oh, absolutely. Because the Tellurides and then their vans are some of the most sought after vehicles. So
exactly.
What called again?
Telluride, Tellu ride. I think that's how you spell it. Okay,
that's correct.
Check it out.
Yeah,
Check it out.
that joint. I want one. One day. When the glory comes. Okay, that's enough. Sorry, I didn't mean to make your ears bleed, but okay.
It's okay. It usually happens every time when you just talk. Period.
That was uncalled for. What did I ever do to you?
Be my friend.
I'm not your friend. I was never your friend.
Please be my friend.
After that comment?
Please.
No.
Take it back.
No. Sir. What in the world? Oh gosh. Alright, yeah, that's what it is then. I used to display that, but my car has not been show worthy for quite some time. I'm actually thinking about selling it. Seriously, thinking about selling it. I love it, but I need a garage. If I had a garage, I'd be good.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
So
That would be a lovely thing to have.
it would be. Mello knows all about that, doesn't she?
Sounds a little salty.
Not at all. Moving on. Let's go.
あなたが一緒にいないと心が折れる
Yeah. So yeah. I'm going to forego the anime discussion again. I will be back next week with that. So All of my anime fans, don't worry. I've not turned tail. Excuse me for drinking so much, but my throat's a little dry. But as I'm drinking, please take notice of my cup. That is UNSC. For all of my Halo fans out there, they know what that is. Let's talk about that for a second. Season 2 of Paramount Plus's Halo series is out. Now, I'll give a brief recap of Season 1. It was a hot pile of dookie. It's the best way I can describe it. Okay? Listen. They turned Master Chief into Master Cheeks. The man butt naked. Man ain't never been butt naked in no video game. He don't even take his helmet off. Or he does, but you can't even see his face. So the storyline, everything was just off for me. Season 1. I was highly disappointed. I understood the argument that the directors and actors were trying to make. When you adapt a live action or a video game or something like that to live action, they have to try and tell the story a different way. Sometimes I hear you. So I had written it off and I said, you know what? I'm going to give season 2 a chance. So I watched the first 2 episodes of season 2. I must say, it's not a hot, steaming pile of doo-doo. Right now. I was actually rather surprised at how well the story was kind of. So they made a change. They understood. They kind of took feedback from season 1, right, and from, of course, the game fans, the Halo fans. So they focused season 2 more on really kind of getting gritty with the story. And so they're trying to tell the story of not just Master Chief, but of John, of who, but the man behind the mask. So he's out of his suit a lot, which you don't see in the game. But I will say they did a much better job of putting the story together. The elements that make up Master Chief, you can kind of see it coming together to, how he is, who he is. But it's not quite there. I will say that. Not yet. So we still have, several episodes to go. So I'll wait for them to come out. But I will say they have got a harsh critic back on board for the time being to at least watch the rest of it. So I would love to hear what anybody thinks about the Halo series. If you're a diehard Halo fan, let me know. You can put it in the comments. Go to our Discord. You can put it in Discord. In Senpai Sanctum. Let me know. Excuse me. But yeah, I want to know what y'all think. So, on the next note, I want to talk about something that I've mentioned kind of a little bit throughout the episodes here. But I want to go into a little bit more depth of that, and that is AI and what AI truly is. So the AI that I'm going to talk about today is conversational AI, which we know as to be ChatGPT. That's probably the most famous name that you've heard out there. There is Microsoft Copilot, and there is Google Gemini, formerly Google Bard. Those are like top 3 names. There are many others out there, right? Let's be clear. But those are probably ones you'll hear the most about right now because they're behind some major players in the game. So what is conversational AI? What is AI in general? AI is artificial intelligence. All right. So conversational AI is a type of AI that enables computers to understand, process, and generate human language. So it's based on NLP. I probably say that. I think I said that correctly. I can't remember. Natural language progression or something like that. Anyways, but in machine learning, it's these models, right, that are trained, that these AI are trained on, and kind of the I want to say the coding, but the background is how these things are put together. I just botched that up because I couldn't think of what I was trying to say. Anyways, continue. So conversational AI has probably taken the form of advanced chatbots, which we know mainly again is ChatGPT. They're different from conventional chatbots, which are predicated on simple software programmed for limited capabilities. Excuse me. So some of those could be if you ever gone to a website and you click on the little chat button, the online chat, and you get that little chat bot that you got a few options. Hopefully you're hoping you're going to get some help, but it really don't help. Then it asks you, hopefully we helped you. Give me a thumbs up. No, you didn't help. Anyways, so these conversational AI are much more advanced. I had the privilege of taking a class in deep learning. So it was hosted by NVIDIA. And what it really showed is how these AI models are trained, right? It's trained from scores and scores and scores of data. The amount of data that you need to feed into this thing is astronomical, right? And basically you feed it these, you have to set these parameters, and then it filters through the data. So if it's looking to distinguish like a number 5, right, you have to give it so many different samples of a number 5, especially if it's reading human language, because everybody writes differently. So you have to feed it an enormous amount, and it goes based on like pixels, and so it kind of figures out, you know what I'm saying? So eventually it picks it up and it learns how to start distinguishing the different types of number 5. So it's really, really cool how they feed this thing and train this thing. And again, it really is in the form of chatbots. There are many other versions of AI out there, but mainstream media is picked up on these conversational chatbots or AI chatbots. So many more cool things about that. How it works. Oh yeah, I was right. NLP in so natural language processing and machine learning. It's a combination of those two things. And this combination is used to respond to users through interactions that mimic those with typical human agents. So it's really interesting if you want to deep dive into the topic, if you're really curious about it. It's super interesting. But I want to kind of play the advocate here. I don't want to say devil's advocate, but you know, the other guy, because there is a real there is a real fear of as disruptive as AI is, right? And a disruptive technology is something that kind of takes over the industry and makes, you know, changes. Because it's a lot of people are afraid that it's going to start taking away from human jobs, and it's going to. There's no doubt about it. How far that goes is one thing, but it is definitely advanced enough to, and it's already started doing that. Right, companies are incorporating this thing, and it's being incorporated into just about every aspect of technology you could think of, and it has been for a while. So AI is used for like cybersecurity, you know, for learning algorithms and you know, threat detection and stuff like that. So, but some of the more popular AI that we know of that scare us, it's the boogeyman in the closet. We all know Terminator and the famous Skynet that caused the apocalypse, pretty much.
This is true.
I don't know if you have you ever seen Terminator, the 83? You know? Can you hear me? You can? No? Oh, all right.
So just so everybody knows,
Yes.
one of I don't like saying employees. So one of the people I work with was while we're here. You didn't know that we were doing this right now.
Oh, gotcha.
Texting me. This gentleman tore his hand up pretty good. I said, dude, you should have went to patient first and got some stitches. But he's a man. He's like, no, we good, man. I said, dude, you should have seen it. I could see nothing but meat hanging all up in it. His slit was like that. It would look nasty. And because he video chatted me. And so anyways, he was texting me here. He called and then he shot me a text. Said, hey man, I'm just gonna let you know I'm gonna be out for 2 days. Because I told him to go to patient first. I said, man, go to patient first.
Yeah. Get that checked out, man.
So then he was calling me, and I was like, "Oh God, let me. All right, let me."
Hey, it's all good. Hey.
He's like, "Okay, just let you know, I was just messing with you."
Oh man, it ain't even April Fool's yet. Dang.
The whole time after you text me, the whole time I've been sitting here going, "Damn, man, we're behind everything. Like, what are we gonna do now?" Got me good.
Oh man.
Look, sorry, but so
it's all good, man. He might be dock some pay. Dock his pay. That's what I said.
Might still get 2 days off.
Yeah, my man. That's right. Listen, you think you got me? I got you. No, I'm just
got you. Get 2 days off. But, it'd be more like this. As busy as we are, it'd be more like this. Look. You got 2 seconds off.
Yeah. Oh man. Dang. Well, now.
But no, I'm sorry.
It's all good.
You were saying Terminator.
Yeah. You saw Terminator. I mean, that's a classic.
Correct, yeah.
Everybody's seen Terminator, probably. Yeah.
I love them. 1, 2, 3.
I don't know how many they got right now, but it's a ton of them. But
3. I think 4. I think up to 4, right? But
it might be 5.
Yeah, you might be only like the 3.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I've only seen 3.
Yeah. I'm with you on that one. But Skynet, created by Cyberdyne Systems, became self-aware and decided that humankind was a threat to everything and nuked everybody. Basically, that's how that happened. So I don't mean to instill fear into you, but hey, the thing that trips me out, before I say this, let me go into the other ones. iRobot with Will Smith. I don't know if y'all seen that one. Similar scenario. There were these androids, basically, that this company created. I forget what it's called. And, they were created for helpers in homes and things like that. And then they had several generations, older generations, right? And then they had this new generation that came out. And lo and behold, what happened? They turned rogue. They turned red. That was crazy. They started glowing red.
Didn't Elon say that we need to stop and leave AI alone? Stuff, right?
There was some. Yeah, he had some different viewpoints on it, but he also helped found OpenAI, which is the creator of ChatGTP. So there you have
that.
it. Yeah.
There you go.
But so yeah. So iRobot. So basically, Will Smith, the character, he was a detective, and he never trusted robots. He was one of the only few that did not, because he knew they would take the human factor out of things. Right. I don't want to tell the whole movie. It's an old movie, but if you haven't seen it, go check it out. It's really good, I thought. So that AI, there was a master AI that controlled the robots, and her name was Vicky. Creepy. She was really kind of creepy. And then one that you may not have seen, that was a Netflix special a few years ago, Ex Machina. I thought that one was dope.
What's it called?
Ex Machina.
You have to text me that later.
Yeah. This one was, it was more or less about, to me, I kind of took it like the head of Google. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of how they portrayed it, but he was like, in charge of the world's biggest search engine or whatever. They didn't necessarily.
Gotcha.
But his goal was to create this AI, right? So he funneled all of the data that they were pulling from, the web and the search engines and all this stuff and how humans interact. And he created this AI brain. Then in turn, he created, an android named Ava. So what his thing was to train her was to, within this company, he hosted almost like a raffle, you know what I'm saying? So in particular, this one of the main characters, he got an email saying he had won this trip. Excuse me here. All right, I'm good. But he had won this either trip or this, sweepstakes or whatever. So he brought him to, the owner brought him to his house, this retreat, giant mansion somewhere out in the woods, beautiful landscape, all that stuff. Anyways, the whole premise was to use him to kind of train her. And, and see how she was, with human emotions and things like that. Anyways, long story short, she ends up playing. She kills I'm telling the whole movie, I'm sorry. Let me not do that. I messed up, my bad. So, just watch it. It's really good. But just those, some of the examples out there, there's many examples, but some of the examples out there of where a lot of people feel like we're going with AI. Like it's inevitable that it's going to become sentient at one point and realize that we're a threat. Will that happen? Who knows, right? But the harder you keep pushing something to learn and learn and learn, and it's going to start, I don't know, at some point, learning and doing and thinking on its own, I would say. Exactly. I don't know. Who knows, But, so yeah. So the one thing, what I was going to say earlier, the one thing I think is funny with the human species is we have sci-fi. We've had sci-fi for years, right? And sci-fi drives, technology. This, you know what I'm saying? It gives something to focus on and strive for, I think. China had said that too. That the one thing why they were falling behind the United States is because the United States had sci-fi. And they had banned it in China. So, on another subject. We have examples of what AI can do. But yet, we still to pursue. I'm just saying.
Say, that's why I always go back and say, as humans, we like to think that we're smart. We're not really smart.
Yeah. Like, it's just crazy to me. But as a guy that loves technology and is fascinated with it, it is absolutely amazing what we've accomplished. So I see both sides, sure. So I will leave it at that. And with that being said, I'm going to lose my voice apparently. It might be a good thing to.
There's someone behind me too.
What? That was all you, buddy. Let's get into that topic, shall we? Mello, what is our topic? Because I don't know.
Okay, well.
Wow.
What is the hardest part about being an adult or adulting, basically?
Remembering things.
Ooh, that's facts. That's facts. Yeah, yes. Time management. There's never enough hours in the day to get done what you want to get done.
Yeah, I would
to
say
actually
that.
live.
Right.
Just live.
Because we spend most of our day working. If we have kids, or significant other, we spend a lot of that time, and then very minute time. The biggest thing we do is sleep, right? So
This is true.
we have very little time to really be able to kind of accomplish what we want to accomplish and do what we want to do. So I think time management is super important in that. I have not mastered that yet. I'm working really hard. It's tough.
Adulting is overrated.
It is.
I don't recommend it for anybody.
Yes. The unfortunate part is we have to.
It's inevitable.
Yeah, you know. I guess you don't have to, but you know, you kind of have to. So.
I don't know. There's quite a few things. Like I think back as being a child, and like I'll give a funny little story, just real quick. I remember I was about maybe 7 or 8, and I was in the kitchen at the house we grew up in, and I was talking to Dad, and I was like, "Man, I can't wait till I'm a grown up." And I was like trying to walk extra tall, like I was growing, like becoming an adult. And he was like, just slow down. Just enjoy. Just enjoy being a kid. You'll be an adult soon enough. I mean, when you're a kid,
Of course.
it's like, bro, what are you talking about? I can do anything.
Adults do all the
I have
cool stuff.
all the freedom, do whatever I want. What's not to like about being an adult?
Right. And how?
Biggest scam ever.
Yes.
Ever.
Because what you realize is that you have less freedom as an adult than you do as a child.
Yes, this is true.
Wow.
That's the irony of it, because you're just preoccupied with school, doing homework, but you can play and do
All day long. When you get out of school, till the sun goes down, you can do what you do.
the weekends.
Nothing. No responsibility.
Like you can do what you want, and it's like you feel like you're being held back or confined because you have to follow rules. The rules are even more prevalent as an adult.
Facts.
With heftier consequences if you do break them.
Facts. Facts.
Remember growing up. Now that story made me think of one. It was, my parents came over. My stepdad, and my mom came over at my place, and I was 20 years old. They were like, man, my stepdad goes to the refrigerator, he opens it up, and he goes, man, you know what? I opened up this refrigerator, and I remember you as a kid or a teenager going, when I move out, I'm going to have steak every night. I'm going to eat this. I'm going to have this. I'm going to do this. And things are going to be so great. I'm tired of living here. And he goes, it was hard for me to see any food in here with all that light. You got so much light shining in the refrigerator here. And I was like, he's like, what are you eating every night? Oatmeal.
Hey, facts. Listen, the untold truth about adulting is the level of responsibility that you have to deal with is ridiculous.
Yes.
Absolutely ridiculous. Stay
because
kid.
The things you didn't have to think about because your parents provided you. You don't
Facts.
have the faculty to understand it at that age.
Yeah, I mean, because you don't know. There's zero experience. You've never been exposed to it, so how could you know?
Yeah. So, but when you do finally deuces, I'm out. And it's like, now I gotta make money. Okay, I'm making money. I gotta pay bills. I gotta pay for a car payment.
Oh, you mean I got a budget? I gotta make sure I take care of my money so I can get what I want to get, or even not even that, just to dream about what I want to get because my money going elsewhere. God dang, what? Yes, big facts.
You sound like an adult.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
It's just, but there are obviously it's not all bad. It's just tough. It's really tough. The choices you have to make dealing with people, dealing with situations that you get stuck in. So if you don't like your job or you don't like your boss, but you stuck because you need a paycheck, you got to suck it up. Or
Yeah.
you got to work hard to get out of where you at to find something else. Ain't nothing worse than being stuck at a job that you hate. Good gracious. There's nothing worse than that. I mean, there are some things worse than that, but it ain't a whole lot. Having to wake up every day and dread getting out the bed and go to a place that you hate is miserable. And I've been there.
Yes.
Gosh, absolutely miserable, man.
I think we've all been there at some point.
But what you got to do, suck it up, buttercup, and keep pushing, Because guess what? You got to pay them bills.
And it's not just that. It's like the insurance, like medical insurance, this and that.
Yep.
Life insurance, stuff that you wouldn't normally have that you literally can't live without unless you're going to go straight to debt. Do not pass go. Do not collect 200. Just go straight to debt.
You got to pay 200 to go. That's what that is. They flip the script on you. You want to come by here? Oh, that's a toll.
Yeah, especially if you have a family, making sure that you have health insurance, especially if you have kids. Kids are walking accidents half the time.
Listen, that's probably one of the biggest expenses you'll ever incur in your life if you decide to have kids. Kids are expensive.
Yeah.
Expensive. Man. But I will say that obviously you do get more with the responsibility. You get you get. I say freedom, but you do have freedom. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, there's more things you can do than as an adult, but it really, really, really depends on the lessons that you learn growing up as to how your adulthood is gonna go. If you don't learn the lessons young, you got to learn them older. And that's really what makes it difficult.
Yeah.
So, that's why I try and instill in mind, listen, if you don't learn nothing else, learn how to manage your money. That will save you 80% of your problems. Learn how to manage your money.
This is true.
Gosh, that was one of my biggest struggles that I had to learn. And I didn't learn until I was older. I ain't gonna tell y'all how old. Don't worry about it. Just know, it took me a little while. But the hardest struggle was to learn how to manage my money. And now I don't want to let it go.
I know, right?
Listen, I don't want. I give you pennies. You know what I'm saying? Listen. But nah, I think that was probably my hardest lesson to learn was how to manage money. Be responsible with it. What's your hardest lesson?
I would say the responsibility aspect, not just with financial, restraint, but responsibility in general. Because I find like a lot of days, I mean, it's always been around, but it seems like more, and I know we've touched on it with different subjects before, more this day and age, there's a lack of responsibility and accountability, which I think is very important as an adult. Because it just kind of guides the decisions that you make, knowing that, it's not necessarily about making wrong or right, but being big enough to understand and accept the accountability for the decisions that you make and taking responsibility for what may come out of them. I think if there was a little bit more of that, not necessarily saying it's not instilled, but not to the degree that I was growing up seeing. It seems like it's missing. I think it would help people in their adulting a little bit more because it makes you a little bit more self-aware. Not of just yourself, but more aware of others as well. And that's part of being an adult, is also being a brother, a sister to humankind, essentially. Like, that's part of, to me, being an adult, which
Bump
I'm
that.
okay with that.
Bump that. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, you have to learn how to work with people. You have to learn how to not,
Yeah.
like more than just work, like literally work with them, but you have to learn how to live around people, day in, day out. So that is challenging. That's very challenging. Dealing with people.
I had to do that today.
Sir, the look on your face tells the whole story. Wow! Man. I'm ready to come over there and give you a hug, bro.
Yeah. I was just like, oh my goodness. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. As we get older, as the pressure mounts, we get unruly sometimes as people, as adults.
A little cantankerous.
I know I wake up cantankerous. I'm just saying.
You wake up and choose violence every day.
I don't choose violence. I choose grumpiness. It's tough out there, man. Trying to get me some sleep. Can't get enough sleep. Got to wake up and go do these responsibilities. I'd rather be doing something else, but I can't. Makes me grumpy.
I think that's one more thing that should be emphasized. Because as kids, we abhor the idea of having to take a nap. Like little kids.
Come on now. Hey, you about to hit it. Yes, indeed.
If
Speak on
you could only understand how much you will love your bed once you get older, how much it will drive, the person that you are.
Yes, listen. You can't wait to jump in that bed. Man, that bed is freedom. Do you hear me? That's like the Wild West. That's the escape. That's like the Mexican border. You know what I'm saying? That's everything that you ever dreamed of. After a long day, hey, that bed is everything. You feel me? Hey. Oh, man. I remember them days. I don't want to go to sleep. I don't want to go to sleep. Listen, is it time to go to bed? Yeah, 6 o'clock. Can I go to bed? Nah, not yet.
But that's as a kid. But when you become a teenager, it's like, I don't have to sleep. Sleep when I die.
Hey, that's big facts. That's big.
I say that all the time.
Yep.
I'm good when I'm dead.
Exactly. And now what? Let me get that.
Now
bed.
I'm older and I'm like, oh God, this don't feel good. I'm dying.
Hey, man. Listen, hey, that sleep thing is a whole nother. You right. That is a complete 180. Hey, that bed ain't nothing but the truth. And then, you know what I'm saying? Because most days you can't get a nap. You know what I'm saying? You can't get no nap. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, like, I find like the hardest thing is in the mornings when you have to get up.
Mm-hmm.
Like usually that hour or two, like you might get up during the night, but like when you go back to sleep, like 2-3 hours before you actually have to get up, that's like the best sleep
That
you've
is.
gotten all night.
Yeah, you ain't never lied. You ain't never lied.
And then you have to be taken from that.
Mm-hmm. And if you anything like me, it's about 4 alarms that you got to go through just to get up out the bed. I have to set 4 alarms to get myself up in order to get myself together.
I used to have 5 set.
I thought I was bad. God, dog. I set them joints in 10-minute increments. Because I'm going to sleep through one of them. The first one, usually I don't hear. Second one, I'll hear it. And it'll keep ringing for a while. And then I get up tired because I'm tired of hearing it. Then I might fall back asleep and get that quick, 8 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Need all the minutes I can get. And then I finally, all right, I got to get up. And then I lay there through the next one. And then I finally get up on the last one. It's just, Hey, that's what it is, but the struggle is real. All y'all young Thundercats out there, it ain't all it's cracked up to be. Just know, you're going to be wishing, it's going to be days where you wish you go back to being a kid.
Yes.
Oh, how I miss those days. Long gone they are. This was a depressing show. I'm depressed now.
No, because the whole time in my head I was singing the Toys R Us song.
Oh, you.
I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid.
How I miss that place.
Hey, man.
That was the greatest place ever.
As a kid, it absolutely was.
When Dad would say, hey, let's go to Toys R Us.
That was paradise.
I thought I was going to Disney World.
That was paradise, man. You ain't never lie. All them toys, you just look around. You know, you a small kid, you just looking around. The shelves seem so tall. It's like goes all the way to the ceiling, nothing but toys everywhere. Oh, my stars. Well, those days are gone. And just like our time, it's gone too. That'll do it for us tonight, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in once again. Every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Catch us here, YouTube. All right? As I always say, tell somebody who knows somebody who knows something about it. Tune in for the best hour of your life. Me, D83, and Mello. We gonna holler at y'all later. Happy Valentine's Day again. Love y'all. Peace.